If you own rental property, flip houses, or manage real estate syndications, there is one constant fear that keeps you awake at night: losing your personal savings, home, and retirement accounts because of a single lawsuit on a property. Real estate is inherently high risk. A tenant slips on icy stairs, a contractor gets injured on site, or an unexpected environmental hazard pops up, and suddenly you are facing damages that exceed your insurance coverage. This brings us to the core problem every investor eventually confronts: how do you structure your real estate business to shield your personal wealth without overcomplicating your administration or drowning in fees? When investors turn to online formation services like ZenBusiness, the big question isn't just whether the service works, but what is the absolute best ZenBusiness setup specifically tailored for real estate investors. It is easy to get overwhelmed by upsells, bundle packages, and marketing add-ons you simply do not need. If you pick the wrong features, you either leave your personal assets exposed to personal liability or waste hundreds of dollars on website builders and brand kits that have zero impact on asset protection. To build an airtight setup, you first need to understand how real estate liability works. Creating a single LLC and dropping 5 separate rental properties into it creates a dangerous situation known as cross-collateralization of liability. If a major lawsuit hits property A, every single asset inside that same LLC, including properties B, C, D, and E, is exposed to that judgment. The gold standard strategy used by seasoned real estate investors is a parent-child or holding company structure. In this framework, you set up an overarching holding company LLC that owns separate subsidiary LLCs, where each distinct property sits in its own individual LLC. That way, a claim against one property is strictly isolated to that specific entity, keeping the rest of your portfolio completely safe. When you go to ZenBusiness to execute this structure, you need to know exactly which plan fits your goals. ZenBusiness offers 3 primary tiers: Starter, Pro, and Premium. Understanding how to leverage these tiers for real estate will save you thousands as your portfolio grows. The ZenBusiness Starter plan comes with a $0 service fee plus your required state filing fees. It covers your core articles of organization and standard filing turnaround. For real estate investors who are filing their main holding company or their very first rental property, the Starter plan is an extremely cost-effective choice. However, because it is a bare-bones filing, you will need to make deliberate choices about 3 critical components: the operating agreement, the EIN, and the registered agent service. The second option is the Pro plan, which carries an annual fee plus state filing fees. The Pro plan is widely considered the sweet spot for a real estate investor's primary holding company because it automatically includes a custom operating agreement, an employer identification number, and expedited rush processing. Why are these 2 specific items so crucial for real estate? First, an operating agreement is the internal contract that defines ownership, voting rights, and liability rules. Banks, mortgage lenders, title companies, and hard money lenders will explicitly demand to see a signed, compliant operating agreement before issuing a business loan or completing a real estate closing. Second, an employer identification number, or EIN, is required to open a dedicated business checking account. Mixing personal and business funds inside a single account is the fastest way for an attorney to pierce your corporate veil and wipe out your legal liability protection. The third option, the Premium plan, adds website building tools, a custom domain name, and business email setup alongside registered agent coverage. While domain names and professional email addresses are nice for a client-facing brand, a rental property LLC or holding company rarely needs an interactive website or fancy digital marketing suite. For most real estate investors, paying a recurring premium fee for digital marketing add-ons on a passive asset holding entity is an unnecessary expense. This brings us to one of the biggest fears for real estate investors: privacy. When you register an LLC, your personal name and home address are often entered into public state databases where anyone, including tenant background checkers, litigious lawyers, or predatory spammers, can easily look you up. The key to maintaining privacy is utilizing ZenBusiness's registered agent service. A registered agent provides an official physical address in your state to receive state correspondence and legal summonses on your behalf. By putting the registered agent's address on public record instead of your personal residence or office address, you keep your personal home address hidden from public state databases. Now for the actionable takeaways you can apply today. If you are forming your main operating company or overarching holding company, select either the starter plan with target add-ons or the pro plan to quickly secure your EIN and custom operating agreement in one clean filing. Make sure to add registered agent service if maintaining address privacy is a priority for you. When answering the setup questions on ZenBusiness, decline optional consumer-focused extras like website design, domain registration, or logo creation unless you run an active property management or flipping firm that requires a public brand presence. Once your entity is approved by the state, immediately execute 2 steps: open a dedicated business bank account using your new EIN and state filing approval, and transfer property title into the LLC using a quitclaim or warranty deed after confirming details with your mortgage lender. By aligning ZenBusiness's streamlined filing tools with a disciplined real estate structure, you get total peace of mind, proper liability protection, and a setup built to scale as your investment portfolio grows.